Yes, hello guys, and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be talking about past questions. That's more questions. I've not been there. I've not been here for, is it 3 days now or something like that? I hope most of you people can hear me. If you don't hear me, always try to just let me have an information or whether you're getting me or not. But today, at least you can see I've prepared for you guys so that at least we can do some more questions. At least let's do some more questions. Then more practically, we're going to do that practically. So I'm going to be sharing my screen today. I'm also in a little bit of a different software, but just to at least share my screen so that at least we can have all the things to do today. So today we are going to be giving we have 20 past questions, more questions. It's going to be talking about the RSTP, FFAR, and all other parts of the questions, and we're going to answer them all. And then we are going to see if we have one or two things that we can do together. But of course, now because I'm going to share my screen, we're going to be more interactive a little bit. Let's see how it goes. So let's see. First thing. So I hope you all are doing well, and it's been 2 days. Let's say, is it 2 days after the weekend? Yes, I didn't do live stream on Monday. Yes, I didn't do live stream on Monday. So at least today, it's a day we can try to do it together. If you're getting me, let me know. If you're not, yes, let's see. So wherever you're watching from, let me just leave. Wherever you're watching from, let me know you're watching from, your location and the name. Then it's much easier. Okay. And let me just put hello to everyone. Hello to everyone. Did it work? Yes. Okay. I just opened the live stream there. So yes, as I said, we're going to be doing past questions, and we're going to work on that so that at least most of you guys can see how we answer those past questions, and then it help you guys. So let's see what I've got for you guys. If you can see my screen, let me know. Not that one first. Let's swap. Yeah. Yes, good evening and welcome to the live stream. Can you see my screen? Oh, okay. I need to share my screen. Don't worry. I need to share, but you see me. But I think I need to share my screen first. Yeah, so today we have past questions, and I would like you guys to see what I'm doing. Then we are going to do it practically, because now we're getting almost to the exam. A situation where I would like you guys to answer most of the to see also how the question works, so that it can help you guys. So that will be nice, so that at least you can at least try it yourself. Let's see. Yes. So brought back myself to the screen, and let's see. Yes, this one are two. This is two. So let's start with, I'm going to start with, no, this is mock question exam 2. I'll start with the mock question exam 1, and then we're going to be entering like two mock questions today. So that's 40 questions, because today I'm just doing just the mock questions, so that you can see a lot of questions that we're going to answer. Then we try to, or you try to also do a little bit of answering also yourself. But the idea here is that when I look at the question, I try to answer with you. Then you see, if you can have your study materials, it will also be nice. But if you don't have your study materials, good and fine. But I would like you to have your study materials, because this is almost like a teaching. I'm trying to teach you guys on how to answer the questions, and then also let's see how it goes. So that would be nice, so that if you have your study materials, then we can all share a little bit of information on this. Let's see. Let's see. I'm going to no. The fifth not study material too. I need to find. Just a moment, guys. Let me try to just put everything in place so that at least we get started. Yes, is that it? Okay. Yes, ready to go. And if you can see my here, yes, welcome from the US. What's your name? Okay. So you're all welcome. And Gooding finally figures out how to present on live stream. Not, it's just that I need to also, yes, let's say I need to show you people, we need to do this exam a lot with ourselves. We need to do the exam because I discovered that also you guys are not, let's say, we're not doing the things. I just do it all myself. So I wanted to show you guys a little bit of a few things so that at least it's more nice. Zoom in. So it's a little bit more nice so that at least we can have a little bit of chat and then you also see what I'm also doing. Let's see how we can, let me figure it out how we can zoom in because no. It's a bit hard to say, but maybe zoom in into the question a bit. Really? Okay, there's a lot of work to do. There's a lot of work to do on the stream then. Let's see. Let's find out at the Zoom. Read the question and give us a few seconds to put in our answers. Yeah. I just wanted to go, but I think we're going to start soon so that there's no time for us to wait for anyone. So it's more easier. Okay. The first thing is that there's no pressure. We just want to answer. I want us to, if you have your study material also, it's going to be nice so that we just do this and it should be more of a chatting thing. You understand? If you have, if you can just chat normally, then it will be great. So it's not something that there's any pressure or whatsoever. I don't think it should be like that. So it's just normal. But the first question is, female players are entitled to maternity leave during the term of their contract paid at the equivalent of how much of their salary? So A is 1/3 of their salary, B half of their salary, C 2/3 of their salary, and D full salary. So what do you guys think? Or I need to find a way. Why? Just a moment. I need to find. I want you guys to do these things yourself. Let's see. Because these are past. Most of these questions here are all past questions. If I do. Okay. Do you guys see? I think you guys should say yeah. So just let me know if anyone's listening. I just wish to know if someone should confirm if you guys see, because I think now is Zoom for you. It's okay for you guys. Let's minimize what you saw. Yeah. See, yes. Okay, good. You see. So okay, let me maximize it back now. So good. But the thing is, I cannot see your questions. I cannot see your answers. Okay. But yes, I figure it out. So it's just like this. Okay, good. Yes, the perfect answer is C. Yes. Okay. That's the perfect answer. Yeah. Okay. And if you want to find this for those who don't know, it's like, of course, 2/3 of the salary. But if you want to find also, you can find it under special provisions on female players. So most of these questions that you will be having that will be seeing today, they are questions that have actually come already. They have already, let me say, there are questions that like past questions that have already people have already it came in the exam. So I'm just trying to give you guys a lot of past questions that I will be giving this time that we're just doing past questions, so that the idea is if we can do, as I said last time, if we can do a lot of more questions, you'll be familiar with a lot of these answers. Okay. But another trick here is if you had your study materials, also the best thing is when I give this thing, can you find it in the study materials? That would be the best thing. Because you can also find the study materials, those are the things that you'll be using. So I give an example. If we did these questions, let's take for example, most of you guys know the answer at C. If we took and say, okay, go and locate that on the study materials, can you find it? Can you use 3 minutes or 5 minutes? We have to start those kind of practice. Can you use 5 minutes to find that? But this one actually is on around page 174. So those are the things that we should do here, so that at least you should pass the exam. As I told you people, I want you to pass. It will be a pleasure for me that you guys all pass. So that's why I'm trying to give you people the exact things that at least how the exam is then set, how you should be able to, because the things we practice, they are the things that you are going to use. Okay, let's go to the second question. Imagine your client is 30 years old and signs a 3-year professional contract. How long is the FIFA protected period? And so A, no protected period, B, 1 year, C, 2 years, and D, 3 years. And you guys know, yeah, put your answer there. Well, I'll minimize the screen and see it. And you guys know the thing that I spoke about, protected period last time. Protected period, because I said about protected period, I think I've explained it, but but when you answer, then I'm going to come to it. I used to always talk about protected period that before 28 years is 3 years, and after 28 is 2 years. But do you remember we used to speak about something like this? Okay, but anyways, give me your answer. Let me minimize and see. Question 2. Is it the answer to question 2 that we listen? So guys, what's your question 2? The answer to question 2. When you're answering, just put 2, then you put the number, so that I can know. Put 2, then you put the number, then it's more easier. And if you need to rate something, you can let me know. If you need to read the question, you can let me know. So the question was, are you guys there? The question was, imagine your client. Let me zoom. Let me make it more larger, so that because the question was, imagine your client is 30 years old and signs a 3 years professional contract. How long is the FIFA protected period? A, no protected period. B, 1 year. C, 2 years. And D, 3 years. What do you think? Okay, question 2. Yes, still waiting. I'm still waiting for some people. Okay, I'm going to answer now. I'm going to give an answer. So the answer, let's not waste too much time. So the answer is 2 is C. So go to your study material. Does anyone have a study material here? The study material. Do you have your study materials with you? Or maybe you can use, because protected period, it doesn't have so many things. You can also type. You can use Control F to type type that. Yes, you can try to check that. But anyways, the answer is Okay, if you have your study material, you can always find that what is protected period. As I explain to you people that protected period is a period in the player's career when or a player that so that's 2 years, that's 3 years before 28 and 2 years after 28. So that's just so if you have you have this protected period, if before you arrive 28, you have protected period of 3 years, but after 28, you have protected period of 2 years. But anyways, let's move ahead and let's see the study materials. Since I'm sharing my screen, I don't know if it's well. I think we have to use those study materials. Okay, page 162. Good, someone put it there. Paragraph 7. That's good. Okay, which means someone put it there. So for some of you guys, that's already one thing that you need to try to master. It's more easier. It's more easier. Okay, the next one we're talking of is, let me, you are representing the player. The player will earn 500,000 per year. How much is your commissioning? If you're representing a player will earn 1,000 per year. How much is your commissioning? You have A up to 200,000, and then it's 3%, and everything above 200,000 is 5%. So I think most of you guys, well, if you know about this, if this is under like salary cap and everything. But anyways, let me continue. B up to 200,000, 5%, and everything above is 200,000. Above $200,000 is 3%. C 5% of the total gross salary. D 3% of the total gross salary. What do you guys think? Okay, let's minimize the screen. I assume you have read that already. Okay, someone already said the answer. So let's just go ahead. That's quick. So the answer is B. Yes, question 3 is B. Yeah, the answer is B. So to enlarge it so that you guys all see the answer B. So the answer is up to 200,000 dollars, 5%, and everything above 200,000 is 3%. So in this case, let me see if I can open my study materials. I hope I'm sharing my, yes, you can see my screen. Let's see if I can, if I, let's see, I just want, what's the study material? Let's see. I have to minimize this. FIFA agent, FIFA, let's see, FIFA. Okay, let me open my study material as well. No. Good, those questions were even here. FIFA agent mock prep question. I had those questions here even. But anyway, no, FIFA agent study materials I'm looking for. I'm trying to see. Okay, this is my study materials. This is study material of. So if I open to page 653, let's go straight to page 653. It shouldn't be even 653. This one I'm just trying to. Let's see, 600. Okay, So this is where you are going to find it. 650. This is the 650. So I came to the page here. This is the place that you can find the answer. Okay. So if you want to read more, if you want to read more, you come to this page. So page 653, you can always come there to get the answer. So we minimize back there and then we go to, yes. Did you guys see my the study material that are open? I hope you guys saw what I did in the study material. So someone can put a thumb up if you guys saw my study materials, then it would be nice to know that you people could see my screen. Did someone see my screen on the study material? What I opened? Or it didn't show? No, you didn't see my screen. No, didn't see it. Oh, okay. Well, okay, I'm going to give you the page number. That's page 6. That's 600. Ah, okay. Yes, I need to upload the study material here. But anyways, it can't. That PDF is too heavy. I'll find a way. That PDF is too heavy to find it. But anyways, okay. Let's move to what question 4. I'm enlarging it. So I opened question 4. So look at question 4, guys. Training compensation is not due in EEA if the former club doesn't offer the player a contract. How many days before expiring of his current one? So training compensation is not due in EU if the former club doesn't offer the player a contract. How many days before expiring of his current one? So A, 15 days, B, 30 days, C, 60 days, D, 90 days. So what's the answer, guys? Yes, I'm leaving it open before I so that at least you guys can read again yourself. Then before I try to go back to before I go back. As I said, most of these questions here are past questions that we've taken. So if we do 15 to 20, if we do 15 more questions, because this is just more question 1 that we're going to finish, or if we do 15 more questions, I'm very sure that at least you guys should be able to have something out of this. Not something, have a lot out of this. So, and now the thing is, I'm giving you guys only questions that are almost like the setting, so that you should start feeling already how the setting is. So this is how the setting of the exam will be. Okay, now I can close it and then let's see. Okay, question 4 D, question 5, question 4 D. Okay, so just 2 people. Let me just wait a few seconds. Let me just wait a few seconds before I go again. Okay. Anyway, question 4 is okay, C. The answer is C. So I'll put cures question 4 so that at least question 4 is C. Question 4 is C. Let's see. So question 4 C. And you can check this on page. You can check this on page. You can check that on page 203, around page 203 of your distance. Let me just put maybe some, if you guys have time to try to go through it. Let's see if I'm not mistaken. But question, yes, it's under RSTP. If it's not page 3, it's under RSTP, under annex. I think if you guys have been reading the reading RSTP annex 4. Okay, let's move ahead so that we don't, because we have a lot of time. So let's move ahead and let me try to speed it up. But I just wanted people to also partake to follow. Let's move to question. Okay, let's add this. The FIFA Supreme and Legislative Body of FIFA is known as what? The Supreme and Legislative Body of FIFA is known as what? A, Council. Let me forward this. B, Congress. C, FIFA Secretary General. D, FIFA President. So I go back again so that we see it a little bit. The FIFA Supreme and Legislative Body of the FIFA is known as what? A, FIFA Council. We move ahead. B, FIFA Congress. C, FIFA General Secretariat. And D, FIFA President. So what's the legislative body? So I give time a little bit so that at least anyone who wants to check then can answer. Then we go ahead. Okay, I think it's time up, and let's see what has happened was written. I can see the question 8, 9, and 10, but not 5 and 6. Because we are now on question listen. I can see the question 5 and 6. Okay. Let me go back. This is question 6. Question 5 is just that this is question 5. I go back. This is question 5. It's just at the end of question the one. So I wanted so now you can read. It was the Supreme and Legislative Body of FIFA is known as what? So the Supreme and Legislative Body of FIFA is known. That was the question. Then they say A, FIFA Council. So now I have to forward it because the other is in the other page. And then B, FIFA Congress. C, FIFA General Secretariat. And D, FIFA President. So this is what this question 5. Then question 6 will continue. This is yes. So that was question 5. So now we have to answer question 5 because it's so. Okay. I think now we have to reveal the answer. So I think someone already got the answer right. Right. Question 5 is B. So did someone get it right? So the Congress is the supreme and legislative body of FIFA. Okay. So it's the Congress, which is B. So you can find that I think also on page 19, if I'm not mistaken. But the Congress is the supreme. Actually, if you have been reading most of the things that we said, I think most of the time when I was reading about Congress, all those things, I don't know what was the page what was the time we did that? Did we do? Probably is the last 2 sessions we did. But anyway, the answer is the Congress is the supreme body of and legislative body. Okay, so someone got it right. Okay, page 20. Good. Okay, so I'm not at page 19 or 20. So good, page 20. Okay, good, perfect. That's nice. Okay, now let's move forward. And then now this is question 6. I hope everyone can see. Which one is not an official FIFA language? A, Portuguese, B, Russian, C, Arabic, D, Italian. So which one is not an official FIFA language? A, Portuguese, B, Russian, C, Arabic, D, Italian. Check. Okay, now. Okay, now let's go. Someone said question 6 is A. And someone said, another person said question 6 is A, B, C, and D. A, B, and C, and D, did you read the question? I said, let's go back to the question. If you said the answer is A, if you said A, B, and C, D. So the question was, it's not which is official. It said, which one is not an official FIFA language, which means which one is not an official language? Okay. So try to go under the FIFA status. For those who, let's look at this also, because for those who have the study material, go under the FIFA status, let's see. And then if you can find around, let's say page, under FIFA status, page 19. Yeah, not page 19, FIFA page 13. If you can see, open your the FIFA status, page 13. Let's see. You might have an idea. Okay, let me just go there a little bit also. To clarify it. I know the answer, but first, let's see. I want to give you guys the exact answer. Go under FIFA status. The first thing you're going to know, you're going to find all official languages. Let's see what membership. 13 is. Yes, okay. Okay, on page 13, article 9, it said official languages are Arabic, English, French, German, Portuguese, Russian, and Spanish are the official language. So if you look at our questions were saying that which one are not official languages. So you know that Italian is out of it. So if I come back, if I minimize the screen, I just went to the study material. But you can open your study material at this thing. You can open your study material at page 13. It says it's going to give you page 13 of the FIFA study material. That is under status. It's going to tell you which one is an official language. And there it says that Italian is not official language. Okay, so let's see which was it. So it was D. So the which one is not an official language? So D. Italian is not an official language, which is D. Yes, someone got it right. D. Good. Okay, let's move forward to question 7. According to the FIFA disciplinary code, what is the minimum fine that may be imposed as a disciplinary measure? A, CHF 10, A, CHF 100, B, CHF 200, C, CHF 500, D, CHF 1000. So I leave it a little bit there so that you can read it then before we go. So question 7. So normally, what I always say is, this is where you have to be good in your, let's say you have to be good also doing your, how do they call it? Knowing how to use the study material. So if they say disciplinary code, if you know what page, I used to give you guys this example. So if you know what page the disciplinary code is, so now you already know that they're talking about the disciplinary code. You have to go to the table of content. If you never knew this, then you have to locate now what you're finding here. But first, you have to know what page the disciplinary code is all about. So you have to go to your table of content as quick as possible, because you have to use the 3 minute. If let's take, for example, you didn't know this result, the answer to this question, you have to take as quick as possible within 3 minutes to be able to locate this answer. So that's why I used to tell you guys that try to practice reading the table of content, because when you read the table of content, then you are going to know where the FIFA status is. You're going to know where the disciplinary code is. You're going to know where the ethics code is, and you're going to know whatsoever football tribunal whatsoever. But now, in this case, the question is under the disciplinary code. So he's saying, according to the FIFA disciplinary code, what is the minimum fine that may be imposed as a disciplinary measure? Okay. So you can find also, they are giving the same minimum fine. If you can go also into the disciplinary code and find what we call minimum fine, then that's also best for you. Okay, let me close this in. Okay, now let's go. So you can also find that under this the answer is A. As someone said, yes, the answer is A. Disciplinary code, the answer is A. Yes, 500. Is it 500? I mean, no, A. So let's read back the question. A, 100. So if you go to the disciplinary code, you're going to find that sanctions, minimum fine. So go under minimum fine, the disciplinary code. Try to find disciplinary code and there's find minimum fine. Yes, it's A. Yeah. But good, good try. Okay. So let's move on, because we're not just trying to, we're trying that we should all understand. So I try to give you already the location of the answer so that you can find it also. So this is this one, they already made it for you to know that this is under disciplinary code. So you can go there and then try to locate it. It's more easier. Okay, let's look another one. Now we go question 8. According to the RSTP, okay, this is one of those questions that I always say they might be long a little bit. Okay, this is not even that too long. According to the RSTP, in the absence of just cause, in which of the following circumstances may a playing contract be terminated? Select one or more. So here you are entitled to select one or more. And also, guys, remember that if you select more and one is wrong, you are failed completely. So if they say select one or more, all your answer that you select have to be right. This is the problem about the FIFA agent exam, is that even if you go and select, if you have all the answers and still select one which is wrong, you have completely failed. Okay, so try to understand that. Put this in mind. So read the question and then let's see what's your answer, and then I will give you the answer, and then I'll tell you where you can find. According to the RSTP, they already told you the place, so it's under the RSTP. So this is how you use the principle of elimination method. And then you know that where is the RSTP? It's what page. You already have that in your brain that, okay. So if you knew the table of content of where the RSTP start, if you don't know this question, you already start to go to the table of content as quick as possible. So that's why I say, this is why I always say master the table of content, so that you know if RSTP is 150 what, 150, is it 59? You just try to go straight there. And then if they say, according to the RSTP, in the absence of just cause, in which of the following circumstances may a player contract? So you know that it's now under contract termination. So you can just see already the question. So these things are things that if you understand a little bit how the exam is also set, the principle of understanding the tips, you get through it easily. So under playing contract, so it's contract termination of contract. So it should be under termination of contract. So now the answers are, they say A, both parties agree to end it early by mutual consent. B, if the current club are seeking to transfer the player to a new club. C, when the player submit a written transfer request. And D, upon expiring of the contract. Okay, so what are the answers here? Question 8. After I will turn the page for those who have not read, so that if you can still read it soon, I'll be turning the page. Okay. Okay, now let's go. Question 8. A and D. Perfect, guys. So it's A and D, yes. It's A and D. So you guys got it right. So it's A and D. So that's perfect. So the answer, it's always when both parties agree to end it with a mutual consent. That is perfect. And also expiring of the contract. That's nice. So you guys got that one. That's perfect. Let's see. Okay. Question 9. Joe and Matt will not be deemed to be connected football agents merely by reason of which of the following. So you have to learn how to interpret question. So what would be that will make these people not connected football agent? And if you remember also that the connected football agent can be if you are living with your spouse, you're a connected football agent. If you're with your brother or whatsoever, you are connected football agent. So I'm just trying to give you both because these are things we have spoken about here when we're looking at some of the notes. So anyways, let's see. A, Joe is a director and Matt is employed by the same agency. B, they are employed by the same agency. C, Joe and Matt split their commission 50-50 in each transaction. D, Joe is Matt's nephew. So what do you think? Answer. Give your answer, then we give, yeah. Okay. Let's go. Waiting for the answers. Let's see. Did you guys understand the question? Or do you want me to stay open? Yeah. Did someone already answer the question? No. Okay, question 9. The answer already question 9. Question 9, someone said, okay, repeat the options. Repeat. Okay, let me expand it so that you see. Okay, some people have already answered, but let me just expand it. You see. So it was Joe and Matt will not be deemed to be connected football agents merely by reasons of which of the following. A, Joe is a director and Matt is employed by the same agency. B, they are employed by the same agent by the same agency. C, Joe and Matt split their commission 50-50 in each transaction. D, Joe is Matt's nephew. So those are the options that you had. And what is the answer? Okay, so now let's answer so that we don't listen. So the answer is D. Family loan is not. So if you can go on that, if you can just check also. But actually, the answer is D. Joe is Matt's nephew. if you want to read under, I think, connected under agents, the rules and regulations, when we speak of connected football agents, you can try to find this there. I don't know if someone has read about that a lot. Have people read a little bit about that? But anyway, the answer is D. Try to go through also that passage. Page 118 talks about family. Yeah, what does it say here? Because what does it say? You have to understand what it says there. Okay, let's sharpen up before let's move. Let's add some pace a little bit, because I thought we will have 2 exam questions, but anyways, we have time. I just want, so anyone, any page, or if you have anything that you want to ask, you can leave it in the chat. So question 10 is, which of these statements is / are incorrect? Select one or more. A player may play friendly matches for 2 or 3 clubs in a single season. B, a player may play official matches for 3 clubs in any one season in the same national association. No. I might. Wait, let's see. I hope I've not. Okay. No, I have to read it back all so that you guys. Okay. And C was. Let's see. No. A player is permitted to play official matches for 3 clubs in any one season. So that's C. A player is permitted. So let's go back again to question 10, so that at least before I move to the next page, because I have to move to the next page so that you see it. So look at this ones already. So which of the following statement is / are incorrect? Select one or more. A player may play friendly matches for 2 or 3 clubs in a single season. B, a player may play official matches for 3 clubs in one season in the same national association. C, a player is permitted to play official matches for 3 clubs in one season only if now I change, if the third club and the second club have overlapping season. We spoke about this already. D, a player can only ever play official matches for 2 clubs in one season. So what is your answer in this one? Question 10. So I go 1, yeah, so that you can see. That's question 10 there. That's 1. And so we go again. Okay, now let's check the answer. I think most of you guys must have. So question 10. I think I have a paper here also. Let me have one of the questions here. So which of the statements is incorrect? Select one or more. So a player may play friendly matches for 2 or 3 clubs in a single season. That's A. Okay, which is not correct. B, a player may play official matches for three clubs in one season in the same national association. A player may play official matches for 3 clubs in one season. No, I don't think this is right. In one season, a player may play official matches for 3 clubs in any one season in the same national association. C, a player is permitted to play official matches for 3 clubs in any one season only if the third club and the second club have overlapping season. Okay. And D is a player can only ever play official matches for two clubs in any one season. Anyways, let's see your answers. Then let's go for the question 10. Someone said B and D. D. So it's B and someone said B and C, but it's B and D. So I would like to always give you where you can verify these answers. I would always like to. That's why I asked. Do you people have your past questions here? I mean, not past questions. Do you have your study materials? It's always nice when you have your study material. How many people have their study material? Just put this in, so that because it's nice, so that when we do this thing, then we also try to go through that place and check. Does someone have do you people have your study materials? Because it's nice when you're studying, you should have your study materials around you. It helps a lot, because at least if we're saying something, then you can just move and try to verify the answer. We can call the page number. That also helps you study well, because you're going to good. Yes, because you're always going to have the the study materials to help. So anything that we're moving forward. So if we're looking for a page number, we can just ask. I can send you to that page. Then you put it and check if it's right. But next time, guys, because let's say tomorrow we're going to having the same kind of. We're going to be having the same of this. So it's nice to have your study materials, because that helps you a lot in the study in the process. Because in the exam, it's almost like in the exam you're going to use the study materials. I think I'm right. Yeah, that process hasn't changed. So a player cannot be loaned to more than two clubs per season, right? How can play three clubs in one season? Okay, you can play for three clubs in one season if you have an overlapping season. I explained this already. Let's take, for example, I'd like to give a prospect of a real player. So let's take, for example, Jadon Sancho is on loan. He's at Manchester United, and let me say he's Manchester United player at the beginning of the season. He's at Manchester United. Okay, then he's loaned to Aston Villa. So let's take, for example, now, if his season is if the Premier League finishes, then he moves to the USA, which is an overlapping season to England. That's where the third season comes in also. Okay, so those are things that you always need to try to read the questions a little bit more deeper to see what are the logic they're applying. Because in these questions, if you make a little bit, I don't want to say if you make a mistake, but you need to be focused to know what they're asking, because some of the questions will be tricky. They will try to put it in a way that you don't understand, but you need to follow also the answers. You need to follow what they are saying. Let's go to question 11, and because we have still more time yet. Question 11. Did I answer your question? Please just let me know if I did answer your question. Okay, this question 11. Oh, no, these are one of those questions. Okay, look at question 11 here, guys. These are one of those questions that I always say. Normally, you come on. If you have this kind of questions, let's take, for example, when it's a little bit that lengthy, you come on questions like this, you are even more thinking like, oh, how do I answer this? Because sometimes you read this question, you want to go back, you already forget what you wrote. You read. So it's always, that's why I said before you get to the exam room, you need to be focused, you need to be like locked in. Okay, let's look at question 11. After placing an online bet on football matches, Ella received a 9-month ban from her National Football Association. 3 months later, she transferred club internationally. What happens to Ella's ban? A, the new association would not have to enforce the ban. B, the new national association would conduct their own legal proceeding to decide if the ban is appropriate to continue. C, it will continue to apply in the new association only if the disciplinary committee rules that it has worldwide effect. D, Ella will need to appeal the ban in order to play in the new association. Okay, read that so that before I can try to change it, so I can talk about the answer. So try to answer the question. Okay, I guess I think most of you guys must have answered. So let's go. I've given the time. Okay, I've given the time. Okay, good. Most of you guys got it right. C. Perfect. So the answer is C. It continues only if the disciplinary committee gives worldwide effect of it. Yes. So that's the right answer. Okay. Let's move to question 12. You guys got that one? Everyone got that one right. So let's move to question 12. Which of the following natural and legal persons are not considered to be a third party in the context of a third party ownership? So now, if you want to know more of this, you also go to under, so you have to find third party ownership. You need to go under the FFAR, where it talks about third party ownership. So because I've been reading the study material, I know where third party is under the FFAR. So these are the things that if, let's say, you never knew this answer, you also need to know where to find it. So A scout, B, a bank owned by by a friend of the player, C, the player's former club, D, investment fund. So do I go through the question again? Which of the following natural and legal persons are not considered to be a third party in the context of a third party ownership? So who is not considered to be a third party in the context of a third party ownership? A scout, A, B, a bank owned by a friend of the player, C, the player's former club, D, investment fund. So answer. So I have a few moments, then I change. Okay, now I'm changing. Okay, let's see your answer. Okay, in the context of let me say, in the context of what we said, the answer is C, the player's former club. The player's former club. So for anybody who has his or her study material here, try to find like page 175 if you see something like that. Third party, because it's under third party ownership. So try to find something on that if you have your study material. So it's under third party ownership. You are going to find this third party ownership. Let's find like page 175. If I'm not mistaken, just go through it. Or where you see third party ownership. But anyways, the answer is C, the player's former club. Then you can read a little bit about that. I see it. Okay, good. So try to read it. There you can see the answer of it from it. Yeah. Okay. As I said, guys, please tomorrow it's nice. Let's bring this you bring your story as one of your colleagues has brought the study material, because with that study material, it will help you. Or what we can be doing here, what happens is, if I ask a question you don't even know, the time that you try to locate it on the study material, that is what you'll be doing. It helps you also for the exam mode, because if I ask a question you don't know, the first thing you do is, or if you read one of these questions, the first thing you do is try to use that principle of 3-minute method, because you're already sharpening what you do to be able, if you can locate the answer as quick as possible, then as fast as you can locate the answer, the better you are. That's the reality. Because most of these questions were answered here. You will see some of them repeat. Those questions, then you answer them. The ones you don't know, because I said we're going to do a lot of more questions. And if we do 15 more questions, I can guarantee you that you're going to see a lot of those questions there for sure in the exam. So but now the other thing that I have to teach you people also is that I have to teach you people that if you don't know the question, you should be able to use that principle of 3 minutes to try to go and find your answer. That will help you. So now, probably, let me say tomorrow, you can be just looking at your table of content. You go to the FFRST, you just glance through the table of content, just see how it is, so that if we ask something here, it is slow, you can just go through the table of content and try to pick it out as quick as possible. Okay, because the more you do that, the more you become sharper in knowing those things. That's very important. Okay, let's go to the next question. The next question, let's see. Okay, question 13. Which bodies may pronounce sanctions on football agent as continued within the FIFA statutes and the FIFA disciplinary code? So you already know this is under this FIFA statute and FIFA disciplinary code. A, the football tribunal only. B, the ethics committee only. C, the agent chamber only. D, the disciplinary committee, the ethics committee, and or the football tribunal. We spoke about this. So I leave it so that you read it then before I change. So question 13. So now change. So I just give you time if you are looking at a book or trying to find your answer. Then, yeah. Okay, now I think I'm changing. Okay. Just two people answered. Okay. Okay. Not two. Okay, the answer is D. 4 people. The answer is D. So the answer is disciplinary ethics and football tribunal. So that's the right answer. Question 13. So what was, let's open again. What, read it again. It was, which bodies may pronounce sanctions on football agents as contained within the FIFA statutes and disciplinary code? I think we spoke about something about when we're studying the football tribunal. Do you remember when we studied the football tribunal? We talk about we spoke about these sanctions. What is the rule of the football tribunal? That there are three. They have three. They have the agent chambers, the disciplinary, and what is it? Player status chamber. They have how many? They have three chambers. But anyways, go and read. If you want to also know about this, you can also look at the football tribunal and get a little bit of information about that. So put that. Remember that is just remember this. And as I said, most of these questions they are normal past questions who have come. So I just want you guys to tomorrow you can say have a look about this. For those who are not, for those who are probably here and then they are not also answering, just try to also get grasp of the question for, because there are some people answering, some people are not answering. But what I'm just trying to say is try to see how some of your mates are answering. Then tomorrow when you're coming, you can prepare, because we'll be answering also some past questions. When you're coming, just try to bring your study material. And if I say a page, so tomorrow, let's say tomorrow, I'll most of the question I'll prepare, I'll give you all the pages. If I say a page, the best thing for you is to try and go and find it on that page and see yourself. And then locate the page, or if we say a question, it doesn't, for you, it doesn't, maybe if you take how, it doesn't matter how long you take, but try to, even if you're slow, start finding those answers based on the study materials also. It will really help, because when I was writing, because I knew a lot of the study material, the table of content. For example, I did most of my answers. I did most of the questions because I knew I had done a lot of past questions. So now the ones I didn't know, because I had 30 something minutes remaining, I could just go to, if they ask a question under RSTP, I could just go straight to RSTP, find it as quick as possible, and then come and put the answer. So just like I'm asking you guys about the study material, that is very useful for you people to know, because when the exam come, you have to know how to use the study material. If you don't know how to use it, then it's so bulky that you can, it's because there are a lot of things that you don't, if you don't know how to use it, then you cannot use it on the exam day. It will instead create panic. So with this method that we're trying to do, try to just start slowly. You still have a month. Start slowly. But I bet you, if you start slowly, let me say, anything I do or anything I ask, you go and try to find it there. In the beginning, it will be hard. Trust me. You'll be very slow. But as much as you are going gradually, know you're preparing to pass your exam. It's only going to help you. Okay? So now let's move to the next. I open so that you people see. Question 14. Who bears the burden of proof, i.e., who has to prove their case when the provisions of Code of Ethics are breached? A, the Ethics Committee. B, the party accused of the breach. C, the FIFA Disciplinary Committee. D, the burden of proof is split equally between parties. So now you can read it, then you let me know. You answer, then I can tell you guys the answer. Yes, so I'm turning. Yes, I give you a little bit of time so that at least you can take. Okay, I think now it's time for me to go back. Okay. So the answer is to who bear the burden of proof. The answer is A. So I read the question again. The answer is who bears the burden of proof, i.e., who has to prove their case when the provisions of the Code of Ethics are breached. When the provision of the Code of Ethics are breached. A, the Ethics Committee. So it's A. The answer is A. B, the party accused of the breach. C, the FIFA Disciplinary Committee. And D, the burden of proof is split equally between parties. So it's A. Have I seen any chart? Did I close the chart? Why did I close the chart? Let me open it. Yes. Okay, on page 142. Okay, good. Page 142. Okay, good. 14A, yes. Good, the answer is 14A, guys. Okay, let's move. We're almost, I wanted us to do this in two lessons, but I think we are going to do just one practice. More questions, then we have a chat, and then we cannot, then next week we do another, I mean, not next week, tomorrow we do another more questions. So, and see, okay, so let's go to 15. I enlarge it so that you guys see. No. Okay, 15. A player who was previously registered as a professional with a French club is registering as a professional with an Italian club before the end of the year. Before the end of the year of their 23rd, now I continue, birthday. In order to receive training compensation, the French club must prove that select one or more. A, although it did not offer a new contract, it can justify that it is entitled to such compensation. A, okay, that's A. B, it offered a new contract to the player at least 60 days after the end of the contract with the French club. B, okay. And C, it offered a new contract to the player at least 60 days before the end of the contract with the French club of at least an equivalent value of the contract. And D, it offered a new contract to the player at least 30 days before the end of the contract with the French club. Okay, so answer. Give your answers. I already know the answers there. So give your answers. Let's see. We have also spoken about this. Good question. So maybe some of you guys need the first part again to read it. So so that's question 15. I'm going to change it soon. And now I change. Now you can read it again. Okay, now let's look at the answer. Okay, what are your answers? Let's see. No one has answered this one. Question 15. Still waiting for you guys. I give you guys time. I say give you time. Do you guys want me to answer? To answer it? If I'm okay, question 15, A, C, and D, and page 181 to 182. Okay. Under contract, page 181 to 182. Let's see. 181 to, let me go through. Mm. 121 to 120, it talks about consequences of failure to pay relevant amount. Where did you find that? Where did you find what this in? What is the article? What is the number that you found page 181 to 182? I think I'm seeing solidarity mechanism. But anyway, just to answer your, the questions here, I think we let's move forward. I see someone said question, the answers you said 15, question 15 is A, C, and D. the answer is a quiz. It's A, C, and Z, and then B, C, and then we had okay, A, C, and B, C. Okay, now let's look the principle of elimination. Let me open it and answer to you guys. Okay. So, question: a player who has previously registered as a professional with a French club, okay? So he has registered as a professional with a French club, is registering as a professional with an Italian club before the end of their 23rd birthday. Okay. Now, in order to receive training compensation, the French club must prove that select one or more. So the first answer is A. Let's say A. Excuse. Although it is not offer a contract, a new contract, it can justify that it is entitled to such compensation. So A is correct. If the club didn't offer a contract, but can still justify that, that also is under. You see that also in the study materials. But if a person, if he can justify that he offered a contract, but I mean that he can still justify that and he proves that everything is right, then he is correct. That also is written in the study material. Then that's so A is correct. Then B, it offer a new contract to the player at least 30 days after the end. No, that is wrong. 30 days after the end. These 30 days after the end, that's where everything changes. It has to, I mean 60 days, sorry, not these 60 days after the end. It has to be 60 days before. So let's look at C. So it's A and C. It offer a new contract to the player at least 60 days before the end of the contract with the French club, at least an equivalent value to the contract, to the value of the current contract. So A and C, it offered, and then D was it offered a new contract to the player at least 30 days. No, not 30 days. So the answer is A and C. Okay. So that was the answer was A and C. Okay, now let's go to question 16. Which of the following is /R not considered a confederation by FIFA? Select one or more. So now in this case, you have to know how many confederations. I think you have to find, yes, that we have. Is it OFC? Because these are always confusing. Is it OFC? Is it OFC? Is it AFA? Is it AFC? So which one? Take your book and find those confederations. Just I mean, take your book, if you find those confederations. How many confederations? I'll give you guys time because we're almost rounding up. Okay. Okay, few moments again, then I'm going. Yes. I still give you guys a little bit of time. Which of the following is or are not considered? Okay, now let's move. Okay, B and C. And another person. I'm struggling to see the property. Is it option B? Option, is it DFC? Yes, DFC. I don't know where the typing error here. The machine should have typed it well there. Let me see. So I opened the question still so that you can see. Wait, let's go this. I want to check this. Let's see. OFF. I think this got a computer listen. AOFF. OFCEF. Okay, just a moment. Where's the pen? I want to correct that so that you guys have the right listen. Oh. One moment, guys. Let's round through this. AOFB C and D A F C. Okay, let me go back here. So for those you guys who didn't see that, so I want to put just a moment. So those options that were a little bit challenging. So A was OFF, comma B. I just want to make it clear. B was OFC, comma C. C was AFA, comma, and then D was AFC. Let's see. OFF, OFC, AFF, and D was, yes. There was a little bit of typing error, so I had to just try to refresh. So those are the options. Okay. Those are the options that were there. So, okay, someone has put A and C. Okay, those are the options. So guys, just try to check again. Someone said A and C, A and C. I've seen A and C. Then we go ahead. Okay, if not so much, so you guys got the answer right. Yes, A and C. A and C, yes. Perfect. Those are the answers are A and C. Okay. Next, let's see. 17. You act as the agent of the selling club where the player is sold for 60 million in January 2024, and the individual remuneration will be $1 million per year for the duration of the contract. How much is the maximum agent commission you are entitled to receive? A, 5% of the transfer compensation. B, 10% of the transfer compensation. C, 3% of the player's remuneration if it's over 200,000 and 10% of the transfer fee. D, 3% of the player's remuneration if it's over 200,000 and 5% of the transfer fee. Okay, good. We spoke about this about, I think also if you go to like as a service fee app, you are going to see this. We already went to that page. So well, question 17. Check it, let's see. And then I give you guys the answer. Yes, few seconds to go so that you can think if you're looking through the book. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm going. Now let's see. I'm talking question 17. Question 17. You guys see. Oh, C. Okay. Next, any other person again? I'm waiting a little bit. Okay. No one got the answer this time. Why? Anyways, let's move forward. See, but being agent of selling club, is it equal to being a player's agent? Yeah, when you're an agent, yeah, selling club, yeah. But remember, as you always need to know the rules that they say, if you're an agent, you cannot represent, let's take, for example, the selling club and the buying club in a transaction. Yeah, which is that's dual representation. Dual representation is, for example, is only permitted if you are representing an individual and an engaging entity. And an individual is almost it's like the player, then an engaging entity is like the buying club. So, but anyways, the answer is B. And I would want people to turn for the person who has his go towards like page 653. Just try to look towards page 653 of the FFAR. Then you find your answer. So that's one place that I can send you there already. So if you didn't, so mark, they try to go and find the answer also on the study material so that you can confirm it also. Where are we? So let's see. Jack is due to sign a representation contract with an agent. The agent informs him that he should consider seeking legal advice prior to completing the contract. Is this sufficient to receive agents of the is this sufficient to relieve the agent of the FFAR obligation? A, yes, the agent has explicitly stated that Jack should consult a lawyer. B, no, the agent must inform him in writing as well as vocally to consult a lawyer. C, yes, it has also given this information. C is yes if he has also given this information in writing. D, no, the agent is also responsible for obtaining written confirmation from Jack as to whether or not he did fact seek legal advice. Okay, I will leave it a little bit there so that at least you can read it and then we answer. This is a good question. I don't know. I probably I got this question, so I'm not mistaken. I don't know, but this one looks familiar to me if I got it. So go ahead and then let's check. Question 18. Remember. Okay. Do we answer it now? Let's see. I hope you will get this one right. Someone was asking what page. I said page. The page I was talking that earlier time. Go to page 653. I was talking to 650 at about 653, the previous question. But anyway, to continue here, someone already got the answer. D. Yes, which is D. No, the answer is D. For this question 18 is D. So let me read it well. So yeah, it says when you're having a representation, let me just explain something. When you're having a representation agreement with a player, you must tell him as an agent to seek legal advice, not only vocally, but in writing, and also so that he also confirms to you in writing. So, for example, they said, yeah, no, the agent is also responsible for obtaining written confirmation from Jack as to whether or not he did, in fact, seek legal advice. So, yes, this is the answer. Because it's not just enough, because most agents might say, just for saying sake, just tell Jack that, Jack, okay, seek legal advice. But no, it has to also be confirmed written in writing. And Jack has to also inform you. Okay, so the answer is D. Now let's move two more to go. Question 19. When a training reward trigger is identified as defined in these regulations and in accordance with articles 20 and 21 of the RSTP, a provisional EPP, that's EPP means electronic player passport, for the relevant player will be generated by the TMS. TMS is transfer matching system. How long will the provisional EPP be available for inspection after generating in TMS by all member association, known as the inspection period? I think if we answer this particular question in one of these our past questions, we're saying the inspection period. When is it? How long does it take? So how long is the inspection period when this is triggered? So A, 7 days, B, 10 days, C, 14 days, and D, 30 days. Okay, are we ready to go? Okay, someone already, question 19, B, B, B. 3 people already got the answer right. B, 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 yes. Yes, so it is 10 days, and we answered this when we're talking about, I think we spoke about this topic also. Talk about the electronic player system, the EPP, the transfer matching system. We spoke about this. I think I gave a lecture about this also for you people. So yes, it was 10 days. And now we have the last one. You negotiated for your client. The player is an amateur. You negotiated for your client, the player, an annual remuneration of 600,000 per year for a contract that spans for 3 years. When will your service fee payment be due to you during the contract? A, each installment will be due every 6 months. B, each installment will be due every 3 months. C, it will be paid in one installment each year. D, it will be paid in one installment upon signing and completion of the contract. Yes, I spoke about this also with you people on one of the topics that we say. I was explaining to you people that how often agents get paid, because people always think I was saying something in the mode of like agents get paid when you get the contract, you pay it after every 3 months. I was talking something like that. But anyways, let's find your answer here. Let's say I was talking something that you get paid like 12 times, 4 times in a year. Of course, but if you have a short contract, that the contract is like 6 months contract with a player, it can be paid all completely. This was something I was explaining to you people. But I was telling you people how instrumentally, because people always think that probably agents get paid. Let's say the moment you sign the contract and the moment things start happening, you get paid that day one. No, it's paid instrumentally, and it's after every, like what I was saying, could be 3 months, it could be whatsoever. But well, let me not come on you first. Do it, then I explain to you. Although I've given you for the answer, to be honest, already, I've given you for the answer. But anyways, yes, it's B. I explained this already to you guys about this when we're speaking about in one of the topics that agents are paid every 3 months. So how does it go? So if you have your if you when you have done your negotiation and your commission, the way your commission, because agents get paid by commission, and your commission is after every 3 months. But it doesn't mean that uh, your salary in the first month will not be paid. They will gather everything and pay you in 3 months. They gather another everything and pay another next 3 months. So that's how it is. It doesn't go every month. So you just pay. You still receive all the money, but it comes after every 3 months. After every 3 months, so 4 times a year. That's how much you get paid. Okay. So we did this, and I should expect most of you guys should be able to. Okay, perfect. Page. It's a page 657. Good. Someone put it there. So next time, most of you guys try to bring your study materials. It will be very nice so that we can, so that it's nice to see that some of your friends are also helping you guys. Say, for example, when someone already put the page number of something, it helps you because you can just put it down with a note, and then tomorrow, once you are reading or once you're listening to this again, because I try to go through this again, through the questions. If you can pause forward or whatsoever what you are doing, but try to master these questions that we have answered. Try to go through it again, so that at least you know most of the questions that we have here. And then what our advice is that tomorrow we're doing the same exercise. We'll be doing this exercise till up to the extent up to when you're soon going to write the exam. But anyways, what our advice is, try to bring your study materials. Most of you guys open your study materials when you're coming tomorrow, so that when we do something, I want people to start finding the pages yourself. I would like to be seeing those messages like page this. I don't want to just give an answer. It should just be, this is the answer. At least you should go and read it there and say, yes, I've seen it there. Then it shows that at least you're learning something. Okay. That would be very nice for you people. If you go and read the answer, that's quite nice, because it helps. It helps a lot also. So that was it for the study, and I think this is one of the first studies that we have done actually, that you guys are actually also partaking. Let me say partaking in it, as we have done today. And it was quite refreshing, because at least I saw because most of the time I've not seen you guys answering a lot of the questions. So today was the first time that I saw that, okay, you guys also have been reading. To be have read, for most of the people who answer, it shows that you have really been reading, doing that. So it's also nice that at least you people keep on. So that's it, and I'm pleased that at least we went through all these questions, we went through all these answers. And if you have any question, chip in. But again, tomorrow, as I said, try to bring those materials. It will be nice, so that at least I can have an idea of where you people are, because it also helped me when I'm speaking to you people who are anxious. It helps me know that okay, these people are at this level. I can continue like this with a fast pace or with a slow pace, just to help you. Because if you're not here, I'm not here. Because the main thing is that you people should pass. If let's take for example, if we do this and then you write the exam in April, then out of a sudden, let's say the exam comes out in June, because it's going to come out in June. If it comes out in June and then you're telling me, most of you guys tell me you have passed the exam, that would be nice. It would be great. It would be great thing, satisfaction for me to know that you guys have passed the exam, and it would be nice for me to say at least I did something. I helped you guys achieve something. Then from there, I can also, why not, if we're doing network, if you ask me about something about network, why not, I can try to help guide you guys, give you guys, tell you how you can meet sporting directors, those kind of people. You can meet sporting directors, head of recruitment. We can start to go on those places. This was my first time when I was in, actually this was the first person, I don't know if I've told you, but it was the first person I actually met, that sporting director of a club in Finland. Yeah. I'm head of recruitment, not sporting director, head of recruitment, Vicky Savonen. It was the first person I went to interview, and he was giving me, and actually he opened my eyes on how transfer work, how club policy runs. He was the first person that actually said, okay, I can do this. Yeah, I started to learn how to network, and when I met him, we actually went through a process of going deep, breaking through how this happen, how injuries, all those kind of things, how injury affects how they inside the club think. He was the first person actually. Then it was pleasing to meet him, because he's quite a smart guy, and he's one of those people that I expect that in the industry. He's actually now working like chief scout for a team in Inter. But I think also he's one of those guys that I expect him to go high in the industry, getting it, because here with him in charge of the team here, they won the league at the elite level a lot of times. They won the league many times, and he was one of he was one of the people integral to that, to them winning the league. And I said, okay, this is one of those things that you can. Where's my picture disappearing like that? Let's see. But yeah, it was. This is one of the people, and who again? Yes, okay. Head of recruitment. This is the head of recruitment of Starbuck Football Club, academic edition, Star Football Club in Norway. This is like professional club also. I met him and we had an interview, and it was also nice chatting with him, one of these people. So these are the people that, because I try to network a lot, because I already learned that network is a big part of this industry. As I told you, I always give people advice here that you can be an agent, and if you have a lot of players, and you don't have the network to sell those players, it's not going to go anywhere. So my advice most of the time to you people will be, while you're doing your stuff, the moment you pass your license, the first thing is not to don't get carried away by bringing players. No, the first thing is try to network with people, because once you network with people, as I told you earlier, you can sell your players a lot. That's this thing. And this is Brøndby. This is Brøndby, a top, an elite football club in. This one I went to visit also. Them have a meeting with one of their sport directors. That's in Copenhagen, a football club in Copenhagen. That's in Denmark. So this were the first team train, and I was having a meeting with them, and it was also one of the people that also, because I try to visit people to learn how transfer negotiation work. And from there, when the best thing about these things is when someone knows that, okay, this guy, he doesn't just want to come and sell his players to us. He's interested in knowing how our philosophy is, then it's much easier for them to say, okay, we want to work with this guy. Because normally the thing with clubs that they're always scared is, they're always scared that someone comes and just want to sell his players to them, and sell the players, no matter whether good or bad the player is, and run away. So, but when you're working with clubs and then the first interest you show is that, no, I am here for you guys as a club, because that's a very key, powerful thing in networking. You tell the club that you are here for them, and they'll say, okay, we're happy with it. If this guy is actually genuine, then we can work with him, because that's the most thing. They want to trust you first. And who again? Okay, this was no. What is this? This was Copenhagen. Okay, this is when I moved to I don't know. Okay, of course, you guys should know FC Copenhagen. Is this that's the logo. FC Copenhagen is a team that plays in the Champions League, UEFA Champions League. So I was also visiting them to have an interview or speak with one of the people working at the club, and also it was a great time. This is actually where the first team trains. This is the main field where the first team trains. So on this day we were watching training, then I had to have a meeting with one of the people in charge of the club there. So again, as I said, networking is the most powerful thing in this industry. Once you have network, or once you are building your network, you can take 1 to 2 years to jump ahead of people who have been 10 years. That's the reality. That's what I've noticed. So I'm trying to mentor you, just give you guys some few advice here before you are, because of course you're writing your exam. The key thing for you to become a successful agent, or earn millions of euros in, I don't know what currency where you people live, but anyways, we have people from France, Spain, South Africa, as you people always turn up here, which is nice to see. But the main thing is, when you will get your license, you want to get players, that's good. But your main thing will be your network, because once you have network, you'll be able to go everywhere. And once you start having players into these places, it's only going to help you a lot. So now, if you have a chance to start also seeing clubs, just going to watch how clubs behave, and be yourself, when you have your free time, spend time with coaches and whatsoever people. That is the key. Your network is very important. And I'm going to show you this. George Mendes, this guy, I think people know him like the most powerful agent in the world, or if not one of the, let's say, you have George Mendes and others, but let's say he's the face of the agency. He started, you guys already know his story, that he started in the nightclub. He started in the nightclub. So his story is not that different from everyone's story, as long as you really believe in yourself, on doing your things your own way. He started in the nightclub, got his first client, and he started going from strength to strength. He never looked back, and now he's the face of the agency business, him in particular. So those are people that always look like a reference point on me, because so my aim is always to, let me say, go right up to the top. But the first thing is that I also am very aware that it takes time. But the first thing is, you have to learn how to network. So the first thing I started doing is, when I got my license, I didn't bother to, of course, I have players that I place in clubs, as I already explained to you guys. But the first thing that I was more interested in, how to make a living out as an agent. And for me to make a living out as an agent, I was not worried about bringing players, because I know players who are going to chase you as an agent if you have those network. My first thing was always to let me go and network with people who are at those places that I can place my players. So, and this was my last picture when I went to Norway. This is sport director of Valeranga Football Club. That's Norway, one of the elite football club also in Norway. This was last year, from October 9 to October 16. I spent one week in Oslo, visiting clubs and trying to also spending time with interviewing them, but also networking with them, talking to them how their transfer policy, how I can help them in the future, how we can, so all those few things, how I can help them in the future, how we can build relationship. This was one of the things that also made me happy, that to be an agent is quite nice, because when you network with people and you do things properly, you're also being respected. And yeah, you're being respected, and people see you like someone who can do something. So my face there, and let me take this one out. So yes, that's it for today. Any question? And if not, how did you guys enjoy the session? Let's see. Brøndby is the top club. Ah, exactly. Yes. Let's see. Exactly. Yes, Brøndby. Brøndby is the top. They play in the Danish Super League. So most of those clubs I call Brøndby. Yeah, Brøndby is if you have a player in at Brøndby, so in time he might try to go. He might try to go to probably is it, but when you play for Brøndby, you're already at a very high level because the Danish league is quite good. I was there last time and I was so yeah, it's a nice place. So let's take for example, there are leagues in Europe that if you have young player, you place them there, they'll develop well and they'll grow. Michael Brown. I'll watch back. I'll watch it back. Yes. Okay. Sorry for late. Yes. Tomorrow, just if you're on time, like 9:30 p.m. Eastern European time, then you can catch us up at the beginning. But yeah, just spend time to watch it back. There was a lot of information. We're doing past questions, and now we're just trying to talk about some network things about how how when you guys pass your license, then you can network because that's the most important thing. As I was just telling your colleagues here. Yeah, someone said Brøndby is a top club. Yes, top club. Yes, I think they always compete with FC Copenhagen in Denmark. When I went there last time, yes, the atmosphere nice. Yeah, but great club also, very structured. And then what was the other club? Let's see, nice one. Tomorrow we'll move on up to another. Nice one, Barak. Tomorrow we'll move up to another. Yes, tomorrow we'll do same past questions. We do more past questions tomorrow, and then we try to answer them as we did today. But remember, as I said, you got 13 correct. That's nice. Someone said you got 13 correct. That's great to know. If you got 13 correct, then which means you're left with, if you can do this regularly, it's good to have your marks that you always just to know the amount that you get. If you have 13, then which means two more you're passing. If we let's take for example, if this was an exam, then it shows two more you're passing. Yeah, because the answer if you answer 15, you're gone. Then you're done. But the thing I'll tell you guys is, if we stick in answering this question, then you just doing your only reading part. You are going to likely pass the exam, but bring your study material tomorrow so that at least it helps. Because if we make it more of a study that when we look at the question, you go to the study materials and come and tell me that, okay, I saw this on page, let's say 170 page, I saw this one on page this. That is how it's going to be in exam. So if we can make it practice more exam scenarios, it's going to be very beneficial to you. So that would be the perfect way, is that if we do, because I have already 15 more questions set, and we did today just one. I have a lot of books here, mocks that I'm preparing for you guys because I want to give it that I go to prepare it. So tomorrow we have mock 2 that I will be also putting it already on my laptop. This is mock 2 already prepared tomorrow for you guys. Tomorrow we'll have mock 2 and same format. So if we do also tomorrow, imagine you're answering all these questions, then you are using that study materials. You're going to get more. If we do, let's say, if we do 20 mocks question, let's say one day we just do one mock, one day we do one mock, we do it Monday to Friday. If we do one mock, I'm very pretty sure that you are going to pass the exam. That's for sure. But now, for me to make sure that it's even more sure, is that bring those your past questions. I mean, not past questions, bring that study material, so that will make it even more challenging, not challenging, but more beneficial to you, so that you can try to figure out where those questions are. So, for example, we did today, some people, you didn't have your study material, so it wasn't actually all about study material. So tomorrow, if we come, just prepare your study material so that when we look at a question, as we did from the first one, then the moment I'm giving you time, try to go and locate where that answer is. So if you say it's A, B, you can tell me that the answer is A, B. and then you say page number this. Okay. If you use this method, guys, I guarantee you have passed the exam. If you tell me AB and there's a page number, because what I'm trying to make you guys understand is that you this is the principle of trying to use that study material to find the questions and answers. Because now if you find the questions plus the knowledge you know, let's say, because with all these questions we're answering, you are going to get majority of those questions, because most of these questions are going to be repeated. I can guarantee you that if we do most of these questions, because we're going to be doing more than 150 questions, and most of these questions, it shows that we have covered majority of the entire book. So if we, not even 150 questions, 150 more questions, if we do, because if we do, let's say if we do, what am I saying? If we do 20 more questions today, tomorrow 20, that's already 40. So 5 more questions, those are already 100. 5 more questions, those are 100 questions. Okay. If we do another 5 more, that's another 100 questions. Those are already 200 questions. So we will be answering 300 questions if we are doing 15 more questions. So, and then if we do 20 more questions, which is what I'm planning to do, we must have answered 400 questions. Majority of the questions will come through RSTP and other parts, which means most of those questions that you answer here, you repeat them in the exam. This question will be repeated in the exam for sure. But now, what we're trying to do, the few that are not repeated in the exam, you can find them on the study materials. So you get me? So that's the trick that I'm trying to make here, that you understand that the ones you don't know, since you know how to use the study materials, you can find it. So if you bring your study materials tomorrow, it'll be helpful. Brian, can you please share? Brian, can you please share the questions via email like you did last time? I would like to practice offline on my own. Yes, I can send this in. I can share it via email. I have the questions. Anyone who wants me to share the questions via email, just put your email, and then I'm going to send all the questions to you guys. You can practice. And if you don't know the answers, if you don't know the answer, then you can come back to this place, because we have been putting the answers here, or we have discussed the answer here. So I don't think you have a problem with the answers. I got 13. Is it possible for your contact? Yes, my Gmail is Gaucho Brian 9 at gmail.com. Gaucho Brian 9 at gmail.com. I always respond if you contact me through this email. I always try to get back to you, especially when you're writing. If you put that exam, those stuff, I always try to get back to people, because I always check my email regularly, because I'm constantly I'm on LinkedIn talking to people, answering people. So I'm constantly always I'm going to always get back to you. Yes, being able to find the exam, that will be, the question during the exam, that will be the most key thing. That's why I say I want us to practice that here, because you have this two process. This is a very important point you're saying. We have this two process. If you are able to find the exam using the questions using the study material, then you're done with it. Then you can guarantee that it's easy. The exam will be easy, because now what you're doing is, once tomorrow, let's say tomorrow you spend time and you read maybe the question 1 or 2, then you practice exam questions. Then you come here in the evening, let's take for example, then we do these mock questions. Then we use the study materials to try to answer them, because the study material is very important for you to know, because you cannot answer all the questions in the exams. So you are going to need the study materials to answer those few. So how do you prepare for that? It's just by using this method that we're trying to do, so that you do it more quicker, so that you can answer the questions more quicker. It's going to help you like that. Okay? Because the more you know how to use the study material, the more you're already getting advantage. Then you can finish the exam as quick as possible, because as I said, most of these questions we answer here, you get majority of them, or you get most of it. And if you can answer those, it also gives you time for you now to use that study material. So that's why. So tomorrow, don't fail, guys, to bring the study material so that we continue. It will be nice. So that's it. If someone needs, please do also send me the practice questions. I need your yes. Anyone would, I have not seen your emails, guys. Anyone who needed the practice question, I said I needed your email for me to be able to send the practice question. That's more, yeah. So if you needed it, if you need this, if you need the practice question, this is my email. Okay, send me an email, send me a message on my email, and I'm going to just forward the. I'm going to forward the questions to you guys from there. So when you send it, just say past questions. Okay. When you say past questions, I'm going to say that, and then I can do that for you guys. Okay, guys. So it was nice talking to you guys today. For those who came late, sorry, but at least tomorrow just try to be early. We start 9:30 p.m. tomorrow, and we'll continue with mock question two. Today we did mock question one. Tomorrow will be mock question two. The next day until till we finish all the mock questions. Yeah, but not to talk much. I think that's it for today. See you tomorrow 9:30 p.m. Bye for now, guys. Cheers.